Am I going to be thirsting over bugs today? You know it. By the way, this video will only cover Hollow Knight and not Silk Song. If you want to see me cover Silk Song, then let me know in the comment section. Anyway, let's get started. At number 10, we've got Divine. Now just hear me out. While her face, claws, and the visible object of alien fascination are pretty weird, I don't think anybody can deny that she is insanely thick. That hips to weights ratio has got to be 1 to 100 at least. I mean, can you imagine how legendary her physique would be if she were human? Well, you don't have to imagine. I got you, brother. Here you go. I'm not lying when I say some people would give everything to be with her. Just ask Lake Eater. That's him. Why choose an hourglass figure when your girl can literally be built like an elephant trunk? At number 9, we've got Cloth. The best thing about Cloth is that she has a heart of gold. A coward at heart, but she decided to push herself and achieve every little girl's dream, dying in combat. She's an inspiration. She makes me feel like I can achieve anything. Like when I'm listening to that one song that makes me feel invincible. Although, be careful, we don't really know what she looks like under the bag. Anyway, she's a plus-size mama with the determination of an anime protagonist. You've gotta love her. At number 8, we've got the Hive Queen Vespa. You know, they say it doesn't matter who you are. If you act classy, people think you're classy. Well, I just didn't expect that to apply to the spirit of a dead bee. Yep, this elegant, long-legged, fur coat-wearing bee is the queen of the hive. She's also the one who teaches Hornet how to fight. I just wish she's passed on her fashion sense as well. By the way, that big thing in the back, that's her corpse. Yeah, thick. Anyway, she's a ghost now, but I still want her honey. At number 7, we've got Marissa, the butterfly singer. How can a bug be blonde? How can a bug even have hair? These are the questions that should have been running through my head, but instead, I was distracted by the Apparently, the place she was working at before she died was called the Pleasure House. Wow, I didn't know Hollow Knight's got a Chick-fil-A. Anyway, Marissa is a baddie. At number 6, we've got the baddest out of the 3 dreamers, Monomon the teacher. As the teacher and researcher, the most important lesson Monomon has bestowed upon the citizen of Hollow Knight is to show them that having tentacles and a curvy body are not mutually exclusive. She's definitely the baddest of the dreamers. She looks soft to the touch because she's a jellyfish, but more than that, she's wearing a skirt and has a live-action Cinderella waist. Naturally, and this is canon, she has a lot of simps, one of which is Squirrel, who she trusted with her most exclusive merch, but we all know what he's really after is that bath water. Monomon is definitely the baddest of the dreamers. At number 5, we've got the Grey Mournor. While she might seem frail, the Grey Mournor was actually one of the 5 great knights of Hollow Knight. She was in love with a mantis, but unfortunately, her lover passed away, which honestly, she should count herself lucky that she didn't get her head eaten, but obviously, that's not how she sees it, hence why she legally changed her name to Grey Mournor. Nowadays, she opts for sitting in a dimly lit room, feeling lonely, and handing random people delicate flowers. Yes, being a lesbian can do that to you. And where other people might see introverted, isolated, and heartbroken, I see a sad, emo goth. This salt shaker shaped lady might be the most human looking bug in the game, with what seems to be long white hair and a dress, and I think she looks pretty good. She's extremely loyal to her lover and still mourns her for a very long time after her death. Some sources say she could have been mourning for centuries, while some might say that she has problem moving on. This is perfect for me. If I die, I don't want my wife to move on right away. I think 75 to 80 years is an acceptable amount of time, but if she wants to round it up to a century, then honestly, more power to her. At number 4, we've got the God Seeker. Not her real body, of course, but the one in God Home. So, you like the crazy ones? Well, how about a God-seeking cult member that shares a collective mind with her people so that they can ascend to a higher level of being? Pretty sexy, huh? The good news is, if you can pull God-seeker, you can pull the entire cult. Now, I'm going to say this in a non-weird way, but there is just something about a big golden lady sitting up there on her throne, looking down on me, that makes me feel a certain way. But now, you might be asking, what about the fact that she's wrapped up like a mummy? Isn't that a bit weird? Well, it could be, but I'm happy to announce that the consensus seems to be that under her mummy costume, the God Seeker is absolutely packing. I'm not even kidding. So, I'm pretty sure the God Seeker can stop finding a god now because some of these fan arts could become a religion on their own. So yeah, I don't care what anybody says, the God Seeker, specifically the big one in the middle, is a baddie. At number 3, we've got the Queen of Hollowness herself, the White Lady. The White Lady is the wife of the Pale King, which is interesting because this lady is huge. I'm not sure how this short king managed to pull her, but he has my respect. The White Lady is some kind of bug tree hybrid, and even though she's rooted in place with no visible arms or legs, she is still somehow very obviously bottom heavy. She's got no limbs, but she's still got the package. She's a plant that looks thick. She's built like a firm piece of pear. Now those are vessel bearing hips if I ever seen one. But it doesn't end there, because not only does the White Lady have the proper instrument, but she also has the will as well. In short, she's very down bad, and I quote, "I still feel the urge, you see, I always will, a ferocious desire to spread my seeds upon the land, to propagate myself, to breed." Translation, I need a Yep, we've got a down bad tree bug queen who has to plant herself into the ground out of shame for having too many babies. I bet you didn't know Hollow Knight was freaky like that, huh? At number 2, we've got the wifey, Iselda. I've got to say, this sassy mosquito shopkeeper lady is looking fine. A bug should not look this good. That thing behind her has no business being that big. At this point, I don't even know who's luckier, Conifer or that desk, because she's leaning the crap out of it. And I swear to God, this bug is wearing a top. But being the official sect symbol of Hollowness is not all she is, because Iselda is also a loyal partner to Conifer. She used to be a fighter, which makes her magazine-ready body less out of place, but she gave it all up to support her husband's map-making venture. Conifer might actually be the most powerful character in Hollowness for managing to turn a fighter into a trophy wife. So yeah, a thick wifey that will stay with you through thick and thin. Iselda is a top-tier baddie. And before we get to number 1, here are a couple of honorable mentions. We've got Myla. She's the hardworking NPC that can be found mining away near the entrance of Crystal Peak. And yes, I'm really adding Myla into this list. And no, there's nothing you can do about it. Every time you enter her area, you can hear her humming away her song while she's working, which honestly isn't that good, but I actually really like her. With every interaction, you grow closer and closer until eventually, in the heat of the moment, one thing led to another, and you kill her. Yep, she was infected and became a zombie or something. Dude, they really show you an NPC, make you like the NPC, then make you kill the NPC just for laughs and giggles. One can only imagine what kind of sustained cruelty lies behind that mask. Now Myla will never sing again, but she'll always remain in my heart. Next, we've got Breda. And yes, I'm really adding Breda to this list. And no, there's nothing you can do about it. According to the Financial Times, one of the main reasons why Hollowness is such a commercial success is because 90% of the female characters can tower over you. And this is also the case for Breda. Breda believes she's the one girl everybody ignores, making her the pick-me girl of Hollowness. She was obsessed with the knight in the beginning, but later on moved on to Zod. And when she has a crush on someone, her obsession can be borderline psychotic. We're talking shrine building level. To be fair, you, the player, aren't that much better for sneaking into her house, watching her sleep, and literally entering her dream. Anyway, I still think she's a cute character, and if she's in love with you, then you automatically look buff and handsome in her mind. Sometimes that's the level of delusional I need in my life. And at last, at number 1, we've got the mysterious Dommy Mommy, Hornet. Look, I always say this, but the hallmark of a true baddie is how little they have to do and still be turning heads. With this logic, Hornet would be at the pinnacle because her character design is as simple as it comes. Team Cherry really got us drooling over 2 lines, 2 eyes in a dish towel. Now, in the beginning, Hornet was a mystery, not giving us too much, but showing up just enough to make us want to learn more. In real life, we'd say she's got feminine mystique, but she's a bug, so she's got insectile mystique. Hornet is the daughter of the Pale King and Hera, the Beast. That's right, this is the second time the Pale King managed to climb up a woman 10 times his own size, and one with the word the Beast in her name at that. At this point, you've just got to respect his grind. This isn't the Pale King anymore, that's the Pimp King. Anyway, this mix of royalty and tribal blood gives Hornet two contrasting sides, making her character even more interesting. Princess in the street, beast in the sheet. As the self-appointed guardian of Hollownest, Hornet takes her duty very seriously. But there are still times when her playful side slips out, like the little laugh she makes when she fights you. Which, by the way, that's critical damage to my heart. She can be intense, but that's exactly why she's the baddest in Hollownest. When she say Shaw, she's actually announcing to the world that she's a shawty, and when she say she's actually calling you a good boy. So there you have it. These are the baddest Hollow Knight characters according to me. Hey, join me on Discord. Link in the description. And remember, shame is for the weak.